Hello everyone. We are discussing about the political parties. Our last topic in the previous lecture was that 3 efforts have been made to reform the political parties, because it is very necessary to reform the political parties because on these parties a smooth working of our democratic setup is dependent. We studied about the efforts made by the Supreme Court. We studied about the efforts made by the Election Commission and the efforts made by the Constitutional Amendment. Apart from these efforts to reform the political parties, there are some suggestions which are very, very valuable, and when these suggestions will be accepted by the political parties, that would make a great difference and that would bring a very remarkable revolutionary change in the political parties. In fact, the topic is very critical because political parties, if we ask political parties, do you want to reform? If they say yes, then that means they are not reformed, they need reformation. And if they say no, then also there is a problem. That means they don't want to change themselves. So a critical topic. So 3 efforts have been made. Apart from that, there are certain suggestions which political parties, if they accept, there is scope for improvement. So the first suggestion is that a law should be made to regulate the working, to regulate the functioning of the political parties. Because if there is a legal power behind anything, that makes a lot of difference. So if a law is made, if a law is passed, asking the political parties to maintain a membership register, to hold their organizational meetings time to time, to have open elections for the posts, different posts in the political party, parties must have their own constitution, to have their own judgment in case of any dispute in the political party. If every political party maintains its own rules and regulations, that is its own constitution of rules and regulation, and in case of any dispute is there, they solve it themselves, they do not take it publicly, that would defame the image of the political party. It will make lots of difference and it will bring a revolutionary change in the political parties. So a law should be made. Second suggestion is very important suggestion, as it has been done by the local bodies, municipalities and panchayats, that 1/3 seats in the legislative bodies and other organizations of the government, 1/3 seats should be reserved for women candidate, and even the ticket should be given to the women candidate, which should be 1/3, as it has been adopted by the local bodies. Because according to a study, female politicians are honest as compared to the male politicians, and according to a study, the female politicians, they work 1 hour more than the others, more than the other male workers. So if there is more and more women participation in the politics, we can hope for some improvement. Moreover, there should be a quota fixed for women candidates. Like for example, in Lok Sabha, in state assemblies, we have women candidates, but we have seen that not much participation is there. So if a quota, that is a number, is fixed, that if this much of women up among these, if they are present in any of the decision making body, then only the decision will be taken or not. So a quota for women should be fixed number of women, that if they are present, then only a decision will be accepted. So this will make a very good difference in the political parties. And the third one is, the third suggestion is to have state funding for the political parties. Because we had studied about the money and muscle power, and still there is an increasing role of rich people, increasing role of criminals in the political parties. Very often we have seen it all over the world. So if we want to remove the challenge of money and muscle power, if we want to remove this drawback from the political parties. There can be state funding. State funding can be of different types, in cash or in kind. During the election, political parties, they spend money. State governments and the central government, they can decide that how much money, or if not money, if not cash, then the parties can be provided with the paper, whatever paperwork they want to do, or with a certain amount of petrol, certain amount of diesel for their canvassing, and a certain amount of telephonic expenditure, etc. So either cash or in kind, state funding can be there. If once there is state funding, then we can reduce the influence of money and muscle power, obviously. Many state governments have adopted this method, and these suggestions are very, very important. If they are accepted, that would bring a great change in our political sphere. Now, if we talk of law, this is a critical topic, that a law should be made. You have a separate question in the board examination. Do it very carefully, that do you suggest that a law should be made for the political parties? There is an elaborate debate on it. Who will make the laws? Political parties. And political parties will not make that law which would ask them not to do something, or which would restrict them. And even if such a law is passed, then who is sure that these leaders and the political parties, they are going to follow it? Because they are the lawmakers. So it is a critical topic that if a law should be made. Moreover, if law is made, over-regulation can be counterproductive. Over-regulation, if regulations are made, if laws are made, political parties do not follow them, one more challenge will come before us, that is cheating of the laws. And it would be counterproductive also if we over-regulate something. If we impose more restriction on someone, it would lead to counterproductiveness. Counterproductive means we are doing for productive purpose, for a good purpose, but we are getting adverse effect of it. Adverse. So there are two more suggestions, and they are very, very important, and actually they are very practical also, you will see yourself. Two more suggestions are there. The first suggestion is media. Everybody wants to come in media for good things. If we have done very good deed, very good actions, very good performance, we would love to come before media. Everybody wants to come before media for good things, but not for the bad things. If we have done something wrong, we will never wish to come before the media. So media and people can play a very, very important role in reforming the political parties. People can bring wrong policies of the political parties towards media. If political parties become aware about it, that for our wrong policies we have been brought before the media, they will resist themselves to do wrong, and they will try to do good things. If media is very strong, if people are very strong, they bring wrong policies of the political parties, or bad policies of the political parties, plus they also appreciate good policies, both negative and positive aspects. And if there is appreciation also for good policies and for good deeds, what will happen? Everybody wants to come in media for good things, so all the political parties will try to do good things. They will try to perform better, so that for betterment they come before the media, and that would muster support of the people. Correct? So media and people can play a very important role. Media can cover people's agitation, people can take out processions, they can bring out petitions, they can bring out resolutions opposing the wrong policies of the government, the wrong policies of the political parties, and appreciating the good policies of the political parties. So that would be very fruitful. This would bring a concrete change, a big change in the political parties. And the last one is those people who wish that political parties should be reformed, Because it is very easy to criticize someone remaining outside the organization. We have not joined the political parties, we are outside the political parties, and we are criticizing the methods, the policies adopted by the political parties. So outside, it will make no difference if outside we are criticizing the party. It is better that if people who want to reform the political parties should join them. All the people, most of the people who wish that political parties should be reformed, who have within them all these suggestions, so better, instead of criticizing the political parties from outside, it would be better that they would join the political parties, because it is a very common saying that bad politics can be replaced by good and better politics. Bad politics, the wrong policies of the political parties, the wrong acts of the political parties are going on. If good people join it, if good people, those who want to reform the political parties, if they join the political parties, within the party, being in the party, they would be able to resist the members of the political parties or the leader of the political party to do wrong. That would make a concrete balance, that would make a real balance between the political parties, and then there will be a good reformation, there would be a big change in the working of the political parties. And if the political parties work better, automatically our democracy, our democratic setup would become better. So if these suggestions, all these suggestions are accepted, it is, I told you, it is very difficult to convince the political parties that they should reform themselves. It is very difficult. But once, if it is a realization by the political parties, the members, the leaders of the political parties, if they realize that all these wrong policies should be replaced by good policies and we should reform ourselves, because the administration, the burden of administration of the whole country, its responsibility fall on their shoulders. So self-realization by the members and by the leaders of the political parties, that would make a difference, because we can reform them only by self-realization for them, only when they themselves know that what is right and what is wrong for the country. So in all, we have studied in this chapter that political parties are the most visible institutions of a democracy. They are the necessary condition of a democracy, because today's democracies are representative or indirect democracies. The direct form of democracy is not possible today because of large population, because of the large territories we are having today in the countries. So in the indirect democracies, we need political parties. Then political parties, we studied that they can be of different types. There can be single party system in the countries, there can be bi-party or dual party system, or there can be multi-party system like India. We studied about their positive and negative aspects. We also discussed in this chapter that no country can decide party system for itself, because parties get evolved. Sometimes political parties evolve, they split, we have seen in yesterday's lecture, they split and other parties are formed. The result is that in a country like India, in the beginning there were few political parties, but at the time proceeded, there are so many political parties today. Some of the parties are national level political parties and some of the parties are state level or regional political parties. Then we studied about that what is the criteria of the election commission to classify a party, whether it is a national or a regional political party. We studied that criteria, and we also studied after that that what are the different national political parties of India, as well as that how state parties and the regional political parties in India, they have gained popularity. And not only popularity, but some of the regional parties, they have come to the level of the national level political parties. Why? Because they had been a part of the coalition at some point of the time or the other. So when they are stationed at the center as a coalition, they obviously become very popular among the people. Previously they were regional, now they do not tend to be regional. And finally we studied that political parties faces a number of challenges, and these challenges, if they are overcome, because challenges are what? They are those problems that if we overcome them, there is scope for improvement. So we have discussed, this is the scope for improvement if political parties, they accept that they have to reform, that they have to work in the welfare of the people and for the country, for the society, then there is a chance that political parties would improve themselves and it would lead to the successful democracy of the country. That is all for today. Our chapter is complete. We will meet again in the next lecture with a new chapter for you. Till then, it is a very goodbye from me.